Welcome to Kitchen Impossible. This is a brand new fun kitchen challenge show where I will be asked to recreate a secret dish brought to me by one of our contestants. They know all about their dish and what it means to them, but I know nothing. All I have is some clues and a few ingredients to play with. And let's meet today's contestant and see what they've got for me.
My name's Hannah. I'm studying Turkish and History of Art at SOAS. I'm challenging Sarah to make baklava.
I've got Hannah with me today. Welcome to the show, Hannah. So you brought your own dish today. I know that I can't ask you too much, but I will ask you a little bit about maybe where is the dish from and what kind of taste and texture and smell do you get from this dish?
Okay, so it's a Turkish dish.
Okay.
It's a dessert dish as well. A lot of Middle Eastern countries have this dish as well. It's very nutty, sweet and buttery.
That sounds really indulgent. I love the sound of that. So a Turkish kind of dessert. Let's give it a go.
I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. Just looking at the ingredients I've got in front of me, and from what Hannah said to me, I'm thinking about the ingredients that I've got and how I'll put that into what she's saying. So first of all, I had a look in the fridge and I came across some phyllo pastry. So that's the crunch. Now also she mentioned nutty, and I've got some hazelnuts here. So I'm just trying to eliminate out of everything here what I would use. So I've got the pastry, I've got the nuts. For the sweetness, honey, without a doubt, and plenty of sugar, so I can make a really good syrup with that. Carrots, no way is that going in there, or banana, and the chocolate and strawberries, I don't think so. So I think I've got the base of what I need ready to go.
So I think it's quite a basic, but there's a lot of technicalities that people might not really know about. So I think that's where her difficulty will lie. So we'll just see.
So based on everything Hannah said to me, I am going to layer pastry with lots of melted butter, and it's phyllo pastry. It's really, really like paper thin. So you need lots and lots of layers, and then that gives you the crunch and loads of butter. So I've melted some butter just very quickly in the microwave, didn't take long at all. And then for the top of it, I will make a syrup. So, and I did put some nuts, some honey in with the nuts. So the nuts, hazelnuts there have been blended with a little bit of honey for some sweetness. And you just repeat the process. It's a bit like a lasagna, but a lot more layers. So I would probably do 10 layers. Then I'll put lots of the hazelnut and honey in the middle, and then 10 layers again. And then I'll top with a syrup that I will make with flavours such as cardamom and cinnamon and honey as well for some extra sweetness and stickiness. It's now time to make a syrup to put over the top of this really beautiful dessert. So all you need to make a syrup is just boiled water. So I'm going to use sugar, lots of sugar. I'll also add beautiful honey as well. And then I like to add cinnamon and cardamom into that just to give it an extra bit of flavour to the syrup.
So she's just put in the cardamom and the cinnamon into the syrup. Which is not correct because the syrup is just meant to be plain, and also cardamom is practically non-existent in Turkish cuisine, so yeah.
Before this goes into the oven, I always think it's a good idea just to slice it up into kind of bite-sized chunks so that you can eat it like a slice with a piece of coffee or as a dessert, but I cut it up into kind of, you can do squares or diamonds, but I'm just going to make this into squares. Make sure there's enough to go around as well, pieces. That's what you're left with before you bake it. And then the bake it, then the syrup on the top, and we're done.
So, I mean, she's just cut it up in squares and stuff. I mean, yeah, it does look good. It's just a different shape, but that is a standard baklava shape. So, yeah.
Hi Hannah, yeah, I'm getting looking there, I'm nearly done actually. I've layered lots of phyllo pastry, lots of butter in the layers because I remember you saying it was a really buttery dessert.
Okay.
Lots of crushed hazelnuts in the middle with a bit of honey. I'm just making a syrup now, so while this is baking in the oven, I'd like to top it with a sweet syrup that I've flavoured with some cardamom and some cinnamon. And I'll just sprinkle some more nuts on the top, and I'm hoping I'm on the right track with this. Her lips are very tightly sealed right now.
Yeah, they are. Anyway, I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. See you soon, Hannah.
So traditionally, you wouldn't use honey, even though there are two variations on how you would make the syrup. One version is with the honey, but typically it's not really used. I use sugar, water and lemon. Yeah.
I've taken my dessert out of the oven and I'm just ready now to just add the syrup on the top, which is really sweet and sugary. And I love to get the syrup in between the cuts and the layers there, so it all seeps right through to every piece of the pastry and all the layers. And then once I've added enough syrup, I'll just let that rest for about 10 minutes and sprinkle some nuts on the top, and then Hannah can come in and have a taste, and I'm hoping that I'll impress her. And I can't wait to see hers either actually. And then just a little sprinkling on the top, just for decoration. Okay, I think we're good to go, guys. Hi Hannah.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Wow, yours looks amazing. So what have we actually made? What's the name of this dish?
So we've made baklava, so you were
Okay.
pretty spot on.
Yeah, okay. That's a good start.
Yeah.
I know that when you said sort of Turkish and pastry and butter and nuts, that was the theme I was getting, but mine looks a lot different to yours.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you get, you've seen how I've got mine, I just cut mine into squares. How did you get yours to look like this?
So I just used a traditional Turkish rolling pin
Okay.
and rolled it up.
It looks really cool. It's very, very tasty as well. What were you thinking as I was cooking? Were you thinking it's similar to your style of doing this, or?
So there were some things that I wouldn't have done
Okay.
traditionally,
Yeah.
but I think the principle of it
Yeah.
was quite spot on.
Okay. Well, I think the proof is in the tasting.
Yes.
So should we swap over and
Yeah.
have a little go each? Okay. I'm pleased I can hear the crunch. I was nervous it wasn't going to crunch.
Yeah.
I think what's everyone looking at you eating?
I would say, taste-wise, it's very similar.
Okay, well, let's give this a go. I could just put that whole thing in at once, but then I wouldn't be able to speak as much as I want to. Oh, it's beautiful. Really lovely. I really enjoyed that actually. I would want to do it that way, but do I need one of those Turkish rolling pins to do this? Like, I need to get myself one of those.
So the baklava tasted alright. Texture-wise, like, yeah, it was quite spot on. Syrup should have been a bit more thinner, because normally when you put the syrup on, it's meant to slowly absorb into the phyllo pastry, and it can't do that when it's thick. It literally just sits into the syrup. Could have done with a bit more butter, but yeah, otherwise it was quite spot on.
Well, thank you for coming in, Hannah.
That's alright.
It's been fantastic to meet you.
You too.
We can enjoy these now. Bye for now.